Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English Chat Flow. I'm Melissa, and I'm so happy you decided to spend some time with us today.
And I'm Mark. Whether you're listening while walking, driving, cooking, or simply relaxing with a cup of coffee, thank you for joining us.
Today, we're going to talk about something that almost everyone needs, especially in our busy modern lives.
Yes, today's topic is stay calm, keep learning.
We live in a world where everything moves quickly. New information appears every day, technology changes, and people often feel pressure to learn faster and do more.
Because of that, many people become stressed. They think they are falling behind everyone else.
But is learning really a race?
I don't think so. Learning is much more like a journey. Everyone walks at a different speed, and that is completely normal.
Exactly. Today, we want to explore how staying calm can actually help you learn better, especially when you are learning English.
We'll use natural conversations, useful vocabulary, and simple explanations that are comfortable for B1 to B2 learners.
You don't have to understand every single word. Try to relax and enjoy the conversation.
Your listening skills become stronger little by little. Every episode is one more step forward.
Before we begin, here is a question for you.
Think about it while you listen.
What usually makes you feel stressed when you are learning something new?
Is it making mistakes?
Is it forgetting words?
Is it comparing yourself with other people?
Or maybe it is simply feeling that you don't have enough time.
Whatever your answer is, remember that many learners around the world feel exactly the same.
Sometimes we believe everyone else is learning faster than we are.
But we usually compare our everyday life with someone else's best moments on social media.
That comparison is rarely fair.
Melissa, can I ask you something?
Of course.
Have you ever felt frustrated while trying to learn something?
Oh, yes. More times than I can count. People often think teachers learn everything easily, but that isn't true.
Really? Tell us about one experience.
A few years ago, I decided to learn how to play the guitar.
That sounds exciting.
It was for about 3 days.
Only 3 days.
Well, on the first day, I imagined myself playing beautiful songs.
That sounds familiar already.
On the second day, my fingers hurt.
That also sounds familiar.
On the third day, I couldn't change chords smoothly, and I started thinking, maybe I just wasn't talented enough.
That's interesting because many English learners have exactly the same thought.
Yes, we often think that slow progress means we are not good enough.
But slow progress doesn't mean no progress.
Exactly. I almost gave up because I expected fast results.
So what happened?
A friend told me something very simple. She said, "You don't have to become a great guitarist this month. Just enjoy learning one new chord today."
That's wonderful advice.
It completely changed my mindset.
Instead of looking at the whole mountain, you started looking at the next step.
Yes, and suddenly learning became enjoyable again.
I think that happens with English too.
Definitely. Many students say, "I want to speak fluently."
That's a great goal.
But then they become disappointed because they cannot speak perfectly after a few weeks.
Learning a language is different from downloading an app. It takes time.
Your brain needs repetition.
It needs mistakes.
It needs patience.
And surprisingly, staying calm helps your brain remember more.
That's because when we are extremely stressed, it becomes harder to concentrate.
Imagine trying to read a book while loud music is playing beside you.
It would be difficult. Stress can create that same kind of noise inside your mind.
That's a great comparison.
So today, we're not saying you should stop working hard.
Not at all.
We are saying that hard work becomes more effective when your mind is calm.
Melissa, I have another question.
Go ahead.
What does staying calm actually mean?
Good question. Many people think staying calm means doing nothing.
But that's not true.
Staying calm means continuing your work without letting panic control you.
So you still take action.
Absolutely.
You simply don't let fear make your decisions.
Exactly.
I like that definition.
Think about a person learning to ride a bicycle.
They're probably nervous at first.
Yes, If they panic every time they lose balance, they may stop trying.
But if they stay calm, they get back on the bicycle.
They fall.
They stand up.
They try again.
Eventually, they ride without thinking about every movement.
Language learning works in a similar way.
At first, every sentence feels difficult.
Then, little by little, your brain starts recognizing patterns.
One day, you suddenly understand an entire conversation.
And you wonder when that happened.
It usually happens quietly.
That's another important lesson.
Progress is often invisible while it is happening.
We notice it only after looking back.
That's why keeping a learning habit is much more important than having perfect days.
Some days you'll learn a lot.
Other days, you'll only learn one new word.
Both days still count.
Melissa, do you remember one English word that was difficult for you when you learned another language?
Oh, yes. There was one pronunciation that I kept saying incorrectly.
How long did it take to fix it?
Honestly, several weeks.
Several weeks?
Yes, I practiced a little every day.
And eventually, you got it.
Eventually, yes.
That's encouraging because many listeners probably think everyone else learns faster.
We all have difficult moments. The difference is that some people continue practicing even when improvement feels slow.
Which brings us back to today's title.
Stay calm.
And keep learning.
One thing I have learned over the years is that calm people are not people without problems. They're people who have learned how to respond instead of simply reacting.
That is a very important difference. We cannot always control what happens around us, but we can slowly learn to control how we deal with it.
Exactly. Imagine you are studying English and someone asks you a question.
Suddenly, your mind becomes completely empty.
Yes, you know the words, but somehow you cannot remember them.
I think almost every language learner has experienced that moment.
It can feel embarrassing, especially if other people are waiting for your answer.
But usually the problem is not your English.
It is your stress. Your brain becomes busy thinking, don't make a mistake, don't make a mistake.
And while you're thinking that, you stop thinking about the conversation itself.
So what can people do in that situation?
The first step is surprisingly simple. Slow down.
We often believe we must answer immediately.
But in real conversations, people pause all the time.
Native speakers pause too.
They think before speaking.
They search for words.
They sometimes change their sentences halfway through.
Nobody speaks perfectly all the time.
That's why giving yourself 2 or 3 seconds to think is completely natural.
Those few seconds can make a huge difference.
Another helpful habit is accepting mistakes before they happen.
That sounds strange.
It does at first, but if you already know mistakes are part of learning, they become less frightening.
Instead of saying, I hope I don't make mistakes, you can say, I will probably make some mistakes today, and that's okay.
That small change in thinking reduces pressure.
Melissa, have you ever had an embarrassing moment while teaching?
Oh, definitely. Once I was explaining a grammar point, and halfway through my explanation, I completely forgot the example I wanted to use.
Really?
Yes, I just stood there smiling for a few seconds.
What did your students do?
They laughed with me, not at me.
That's nice.
Then, one student actually suggested a better example than the one I had planned.
So the mistake made the lesson better.
Exactly. Sometimes mistakes create opportunities.
I think many learners forget that teachers are still learners too.
Absolutely. I still learn new words, new expressions, and new teaching methods.
Learning never really ends.
That's one of the most beautiful things about knowledge.
There is always something new to discover.
But that also means we should stop expecting ourselves to know everything.
Nobody does. Let's talk about another challenge.
Comparing ourselves with other people?
Exactly.
Comparison can be very dangerous.
Imagine 2 people learning English.
One studies for 30 minutes every day.
The other studies for 2 hours every day because English is part of their job.
If the first person compares themselves with the second person, they may feel discouraged.
even though they are actually making good progress.
Everyone has different responsibilities, different schedules, and different experiences.
Some people started learning English 5 years ago.
Others started 5 months ago.
Comparing those two people doesn't really make sense.
A better comparison is with your past self.
Ask yourself, am I better than I was last month?
Maybe you understand more podcasts now.
Maybe you read a little faster.
Maybe you feel more confident introducing yourself.
Those improvements matter.
They may seem small, but small improvements become big over time.
Mark, do you celebrate small achievements?
I try to.
What does that look like?
Well, if I finish a book I've been reading, I allow myself to enjoy a relaxing evening without feeling guilty.
That's a healthy reward.
If I complete a difficult project, I might go for a long walk in the park.
I like that.
Rewards don't always have to cost money.
Sometimes the reward is simply recognizing your own effort.
We often celebrate only the final result,
But the daily effort deserves recognition too.
because the effort creates the result.
Another thing that helps people stay calm is having realistic expectations.
That's true.
If you expect to become fluent in 1 month, you will probably feel disappointed.
But if your goal is to understand one more conversation every week, you'll notice steady progress.
Learning is usually slower than we hope.
But it is also more permanent than we realize.
That's a wonderful way to say it.
Thank you.
Our brains build knowledge like building a house.
One brick at a time.
If you try to build the roof before the walls, the house won't stand.
The same happens with language learning.
Vocabulary, listening, pronunciation, grammar, and speaking all grow together.
Sometimes one skill grows faster than another.
And that's completely normal.
Melissa, what's one habit that has helped you stay calm while learning?
Keeping a notebook.
Really?
Yes, whenever I learn something useful, I write it down.
Why does that help?
Because I can see my progress. On difficult days, I look back and realize how much I have already learned.
That's a great reminder.
Progress isn't always easy to notice in our memory.
But when it's written on paper, it becomes visible.
Exactly.
I have a different habit.
What is it?
I remind myself that learning is supposed to be interesting, not only productive.
I like that idea.
Sometimes we become so focused on results that we forget to enjoy the process.
And when we enjoy the process, it becomes much easier to continue.
Which is why staying calm isn't about slowing your dreams down. It's about giving them the patience they need to grow.
As we come toward the end of today's conversation, let's remember the main idea behind everything we've talked about.
Staying calm doesn't mean you stop growing. It means you give yourself the chance to grow in a healthy way.
Learning is not about proving that you're perfect.
It's about becoming a little better than yesterday.
And that improvement often happens so quietly that you don't even notice it at first.
One day, you suddenly understand a conversation that seemed impossible a few months ago.
Or you answer a question in English without translating every word in your head.
Those moments may seem small.
But they are signs that your brain has been learning all along.
Melissa, if you could give every English learner just one piece of advice, what would it be?
I would tell them to be kinder to themselves.
That's beautiful.
We often speak to ourselves in ways we would never speak to a friend.
That's true.
Imagine your friend says, "I forgot a word during my English lesson."
You probably wouldn't say, "You're terrible, you should quit."
Of course not.
You would probably encourage them.
You might say, "It's okay, keep practicing, you'll remember it next time."
So maybe we should speak to ourselves with the same kindness.
Exactly.
I think many people need to hear that today.
Me too.
Before we finish, let's review some useful vocabulary from today's episode.
Great idea.
Our first word is respond.
To respond means to react in a thoughtful and calm way instead of acting immediately.
For example, she responded calmly to the difficult situation.
Another useful word is frustrated.
Frustrated means feeling upset because something is difficult or not going the way you want.
You could say, "I felt frustrated when I couldn't remember the new vocabulary."
Next, we have progress.
Progress means moving forward or improving little by little.
Reading one page every day is still progress.
Another important word is patient.
Being patient means staying calm while waiting for improvement or results.
You could say, learning a language requires patient practice.
We also use the word compare.
Compare means looking at two people or two things to see their differences or similarities.
Try not to compare your learning journey with someone else's.
Another useful expression is step by step.
It simply means doing something gradually instead of trying to finish everything at once.
I improved my pronunciation step by step.
We also talked about habit.
A habit is something you do regularly until it becomes part of your daily life.
Daily reading can become a very helpful habit.
Finally, we used the word mindset.
Mindset is the way you think about yourself and the situations around you.
A positive mindset doesn't mean believing everything will always be easy.
It means believing that you can continue learning even when things become difficult.
Before we say goodbye, we'd like to leave you with one simple challenge.
Sometime today, spend just 10 quiet minutes learning something.
It could be listening to an English podcast,
Reading one page of a book,
learning 5 new words.
or practicing one short conversation.
Don't worry about doing everything perfectly.
Just give yourself those 10 minutes.
You might be surprised by how much those small moments add up over time.
Remember, confidence isn't something you suddenly find one morning.
It grows every time you continue after making a mistake.
Every sentence you practice,
Every conversation you try.
every new word you remember.
They all become part of your journey.
And even on days when learning feels difficult,
You are still moving forward if you don't give up.
we hope today's conversation helped you relax a little and reminded you that learning doesn't have to feel stressful.
Before we say goodbye, we'd like to leave you with one simple challenge.
Sometime today, spend just 10 quiet minutes learning something.
It could be listening to an English podcast,
Reading one page of a book,
learning 5 new words.
or practicing one short conversation.
Don't worry about doing everything perfectly.
Just give yourself those 10 minutes.
You might be surprised by how much those small moments add up over time.
Remember, confidence isn't something you suddenly find one morning.
It grows every time you continue after making a mistake.
Every sentence you practice,
Every conversation you try.
every new word you remember.
They all become part of your journey.
And even on days when learning feels difficult,
You are still moving forward if you don't give up.
we hope today's conversation helped you relax a little and reminded you that learning doesn't have to feel stressful.
Before we say goodbye, we'd like to leave you with one simple challenge.
Sometime today, spend just 10 quiet minutes learning something.
It could be listening to an English podcast,
Reading one page of a book,
learning 5 new words.
or practicing one short conversation.
Don't worry about doing everything perfectly.
Just give yourself those 10 minutes.
You might be surprised by how much those small moments add up over time.
Remember, confidence isn't something you suddenly find one morning.
It grows every time you continue after making a mistake.
Every sentence you practice,
Every conversation you try.
every new word you remember.
They all become part of your journey.
And even on days when learning feels difficult,
You are still moving forward if you don't give up.
we hope today's conversation helped you relax a little and reminded you that learning doesn't have to feel stressful.
If this episode gave you a new idea or helped you feel more confident, we'd love to hear from you.
You can write a comment introducing yourself.
Tell us your name,
Tell us where you're listening from.
and tell us one small learning habit you want to practice this week.
We always enjoy reading your comments because every learner has a unique story.
Thank you for sharing part of your day with us.
We truly appreciate your time and your willingness to keep learning.
No matter where you are in your English journey, remember this:
Stay curious,
stay patient,
stay calm.
and keep learning.
Take care, and we'll see you in the next episode of English Chat Flow.